Så låt mig sammanfatta det hela med att han började faktiskt som professionell fotbollsspelare. Men vi är ju såklart tacksamma att han valde filmindustrin istället. Vi har sett honom i både Rocky, Rovdjuret och The Mandalorian. Och han har ju spelat emot både Sylvester Stallone och Arnold Schwarzenegger. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Carl Weathers!
That warm welcome was kind of frightening. I had to go back.
Yeah, exactly. I told the audience that they can raise a hand and we'll see if we can have that question answered. But
We can make that work. Just don't ask me in Swedish because I'm lost, okay?
but I think we should take it from the beginning. And I mean, from the really beginning. You were a very...
I was born in, no, is that the
in
beginning?
January.
In January, but is that the beginning we're going to start with?
No, I think we're going to jump a few more years.
A few more years, yeah, that'd be good.
And, I mean, you were a very, very successful football player for the Oakland Raiders, but then you retired in '74 to focus on acting. What made you change your mind?
I never really changed my mind. I always wanted to be an actor from when I was very young. I did the first play I ever did in grade school. I was in grade 5, and then I did another one in grade 6. And when I went to middle school, I was still acting, and I was playing football, American football. And when I went to university, I majored in theater, and I was on a football scholarship. So acting has always been a part of my life. And I had the opportunity at a certain point to say, I think I want to leave football behind and go and do what I really, really have dreamed of doing, which was acting, going to quote-unquote Hollywood, and started with a lot of television and then in films. And this year, 2023, marks 50 years as a professional actor.
That is worth an applause.
Tells you how young I really am, 50 years just as an actor. And I started as an adult already, so wow. Well, thank you. I was fishing for a compliment. Thank you very much.
Well, let's keep from the focus on your acting then. And I mean, one of your most famous parts is, of course, the boxer Apollo Creed. And I heard that the character is based on Muhammad Ali. Is that true?
Well, I've heard the same thing. Apparently, when Sylvester Stallone conceived this idea, it was inspired by the Ali-Wepner fight. Joe Wepner, who was a heavyweight, fought Muhammad Ali, and Joe Wepner was kind of a slugger, and Ali, of course, was a boxer. So those perfect styles came together, and Stallone thought it was a great idea for a movie. And by the time I came in it, they were looking for someone to play Apollo Creed and couldn't find someone that delivered everything they wanted. And lo and behold, I raised my hand and said, me please, and they said, no, you're nobody, we don't want to talk to you. But eventually, they couldn't find anyone, and I just got an opportunity to go in and read for the role. I did, and here we are all these years later. And Ali, of course, I studied so much film on boxers because I'd never boxed before. I'm getting way ahead of your questions. I can tell you're looking, that look on your face is like, good God, is he going to shut up? But anyway, I met Ali, and I was enthralled with him almost as every kid was. You know, at that time anyway, we all wanted to be the greatest. We all wanted to be able to dance like Ali, float like a butterfly, and sting like a bee. And I was just one of those kids who saw him and tried to emulate him and dance like him and fight like him and throw punches like him, and couldn't really do it, but I made it look that way in the movies, and here we are all these years later.
And we're well thankful for that. And I don't mind actually you answering all my questions without me even reading them. So.
I was reading your mind. You know, I just saw it. I saw it in your eyes. You were going to ask that question.
And I also heard, when I did the research for this interview, I heard a rumor that you almost quit filming The Rocky due to an argument with Dolph. Is that just a rumor or is it true?
With Dolph?
Exactly. Since he kind of hit you too hard, I think.
Who told that lie? You know, it's amazing. There is that wonderful, wonderful adage, how does it go? Believe half of what you hear and none of what you see. Believe none of what you read. Because people print all kinds of madness that has no bearing in truth. None of that ever happened. I never got hit by Dolph. I certainly didn't get hit by him hard enough to make me want to quit acting. If anything, I would have wanted to hit him back. So that's a lie. But it sounds good. Maybe somebody needed to print a story and they conjured up this lie and put it in there and people went, oh my God, that's great. But it never happened.
Yeah, you can't believe everything on the internet, apparently.
No, or did you really make that up? You were just looking for something. See, I really believe there is no question that he ever read like that. He just made that up, just trying to find a scoop. No, it's not true.
And if we have any questions from the audience, don't hesitate to raise your hands. Otherwise, I'll just continue. Yeah.
We're having too much fun. Look at that. This man raised his hand right away. He's waiting, chomping at the bit.
Yeah. Let's hear your question.
Predator movie, like when that first scene.
Everybody loves the man shake. There it is. We got it done. Now leave me alone with the man shake. No, we had fun, you know. Because I've been involved with so many action movies, there's partly camaraderie. Guys like doing stuff to just kind of see if another guy can get it done with him. And also guys love to one-upmanship each other, you know. And with a group of kind of boneheads that we had on that movie, all these guys, all that testosterone, you know, it was just fun all the time. And that just happened while we were in it, because why would you shake hands just like a normal guy? I mean, come on, man. This is a movie. These are macho guys, you know. We are mountains of men, so you had to give it the big handshake. It was fun, you know, all through the movie, and that was just another part of it. But I tell you, that question, no matter where I go, there are even women who want to do the man shake. You know, little bitty skinny women, come on, let's do the man shake. Okay, all right. See, there you go. She loved it too. I like it. Just crazy stuff.
And we have a question from the little guy over here. Just shout it out loud.
Yes. Why do you ask me that question? I've been asked that question 80 times today. You know what I said to one guy who asked me that question? Do you breathe? Do you breathe? Okay, what's your favorite breath? Do you know your favorite breath? The one right now, right? Because that's keeping you alive. That's what I do for a living. I love it, man. So every one of them, every one is my favorite. Until you tell me you didn't like it, and I say, I didn't like that one either. Thank you. That's what I was fishing for. Everyone is good. I love that guy.
Totally worth an applause. I mean, let's jump to another one of your characters. I mean, being a part of the Star Wars universe is, I would say, huge. So
yeah, I've heard it's huge.
Yeah. I mean, what was your first impression when you entered the set for the first time?
Well, it's a bit of a complicated question because you almost have to be there. we shoot on, every movie is shot on different sets, right? Because every location is represented differently. It's like walking through your house. Every room doesn't look the same because it's decorated differently. It serves a different purpose. Bedroom doesn't normally look like the kitchen. You know, some people maybe sleep in the kitchen, but usually it doesn't look that way. So on The Mandalorian, we have one area or one stage that's called the volume. And on the volume, essentially what it is in our situation, it can be up to 360 degrees of what is really generated background, right? Computer generated background, but it looks real. It looks as if you're looking in a direction that it can go on forever into infinity from the naked eye. And when you put the camera on it, it looks the same way and even better. And so as an actor, it becomes very immersive. You know, it's not just like a painted set. Painted sets are basically just two-dimensional flat. But with the volume, it just looks so real. It's mind-boggling. So what it's like is it's kind of, it fools your senses in a way because it looks so real, you know? Does anybody know what the Oculus glasses are? Do you know of Oculus? Oh, well, a lot of people do. So when you put those glasses on, I mean, it literally looks real, right? For me, because I have this problem with heights. You know, hence I don't get on the Ferris wheel, man, forget it. But if you have Oculus glasses on and you look down and there's a chasm or a mountainside, I literally have to put my toe there or lift the glasses because it just throws me off. It looks like I could fall over the edge. And on the volume, it's very much the same way. So as an example, one season we did, I think it might have been season 2, I think. We had a scene where we were getting on a boat and if you've seen the show, if you really follow the show, we got on a boat and it's on a lava flow. And the idea is we're in a volcano and there's lava flowing and you can see it coming down the sides of the walls. And we get in the boat and the idea is we're gonna escape by getting in the boat, going in the direction of the lava. And when you are in this volume and you look in one direction, you know, if you were in a cave, as you go toward the opening of a cave, it gets larger because you get closer to it. And if you look in the other direction where there's an opening, the further you get from it, it gets smaller. It really gives you the sensation that you're moving. I mean, the real sensation that you're moving, but you're not, you're stationary. So, and because all of the background is changing as the camera is supposed to be moving, it looks really real. So we're in the boat, and I'm just playing the scene. Now the camera's here. I know there's a camera there. I've done this for a lot of years, so it's not like that's fooling me. But the boat's moving. You feel like it's moving. We're in the scene. We're acting. We're doing all that. And the director said, cut. And everything stops. And I grabbed the side because it felt like I was going to fall over the side of the boat. It's that real. It really is freaky how real it is. So in the volume, it's really pretty magnificent that technology has gotten to the place now where it's that photorealistic and it affects even your senses. If you were in just a room that was, you know, painted like a regular room and you tried to do that, it wouldn't affect you at all. So it's really unique and really exciting technology that we're involved in on The Mandalorian. That's a long-winded answer, but I tried to give you some sense of what it's like.
We do appreciate it, and we are running out of time, but we have like a few more minutes.
That was fast.
I mean, 20 minutes goes like bam, right? Let's see if we can have a question from in the front here.
If you prefer to act with the volume or the green screen, because some say that the volume can look like cheating, that you have to use your acting skill as much.
Not true. I don't know who said that. Acting is acting, you know. Actors are on a stage. They don't have the volume. You go to a play, there's no volume. Acting is acting. It's just a different craft that you require in film. So there is no preference, really. I think if you are a professional, you know, what you really want are good tools, and then you want to work with other professionals. That always elevates the quality of the work. So it doesn't matter whether you're in the volume or you're in the back lot or you're in somebody's house that's supposed to be your house, and you know, in movies as they rent people's properties, that sort of thing. Doesn't matter.
And you mentioned working with professionals, and as I said, I would love to go on forever, but I know you have a photo shoot in like 4 minutes. That's why I need to round it up.
We'll make them wait. What do you think? We'll make them wait? See? Come on, man.
So I have one question for you that is like non-movie related. And you are the member of the Big Brother Association and the U.S. Olympic Committee. How?
Well, oh boy. I get that question a lot. Here's what happened. I participated, and that was years ago because we haven't had Olympics in Los Angeles for a lot of years, so that tells you that. But yeah, I mean, I've been involved with different charities over the years, and I was involved with that for a period of time. Very, very exciting and worthy causes, you know, particularly with kids. So yeah, why not? You know, there are other things though. There's so many different organizations that one gives time to or gives donations to, and so those are just two that were there. In some ways, they're no special, no more important than a lot of others.
And while we're talking about organizations, the International Mustache Hall of Fame.
I've heard about that. I heard. But look at this beard. That's what you want to be. You want to be in the International Beard Hall of Fame, man. I just have this little scruffy thing, but there's a beard right there. There's a beard.
Let's see if we can have one more question from the audience. You pick one.
Let's have a lady ask a question. There you go.
Do you prefer to play heroes or villains?
Wow, did you hear the question? Do I prefer to play heroes or villains? No matter how bad I am, I'm always heroic. Haven't you noticed this? Here's a little tip. Here's a little tip. No matter how a character is written, no one is ever all bad or all good. No one. No one on the planet, the Dalai Lama, is a human being. So there's going to be some stuff that comes out. Now, maybe what you can do when your intention is good is to tamp some of your demons down to keep some control over oneself so that you don't go off the rails. But being a human being, to me, the most exciting are people who are fully rounded people, who have some foibles, who stumble, who make mistakes, quote unquote, who do things that aren't cool, but then find a way to redeem themselves, you know? And I've really done my best throughout the years to find those characters. They're far more interesting to me, anyway, I think, than, you know, twisting the mustache or playing a saint. Because you can't become a saint if there's not some bad stuff going on inside you, you know? You gotta kind of shrug that off and say, I think I want to make a change, be a better person. So I just like complicated characters that you sometimes may love to hate, and then you find out, oh boy, I hate to love them, you know? So I hope it's worked so far.
Yeah, it sure did, and it's worth an applause, isn't it?
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So what do you say? Shall we continue with one more question?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's find somebody else. I got to look around. You know, she's pointing to him. He's got his hand up, so let's go with this gentleman.
Curious, how was it to play yourself?
Oh, that's the toughest role in the world. Playing me in Arrested Development. Oh, my gosh. That was fun. That was really a lot of fun because as an actor, you usually don't get to kind of like be yourself and do a send-up of yourself, you know? And when I got the call to go and do that, originally they wanted me to sort of do a riff on Apollo Creed, right? And I thought, who cares about that? I don't know how to make that funny. That's not me, right? And so I suggested to them that I play the cheapest guy in the world. And the reason I did was because at the time I had a buddy, and guys know about these kind of buddies. I don't know if women do this, but guys do this. You'll call your buddy and you'll say, hey, let's go to lunch. Okay. You get to lunch and guess what? He says, oh, I forgot my wallet. Is that true or not? Right? It didn't happen one time. It didn't happen 2 times. It happened many times. So you get to a point you go, I think I'm being suckered here. But I thought, now that's a guy that if I play that guy, people are going to have fun with that. You know, because I'm the guy, I don't, like a lot of guys, I'm the guy who, man, they bring the check, I'm pulling up my wallet and saying, okay, here's my card, let's just pay for this, right? But when a guy is constantly saying, ooh, I forgot my wallet, or, oh, do you got a couple bucks, I don't have enough. Wait a minute, you called me to invite me to lunch. Why am I paying, right? So that's how that whole thing came about, and people loved it, so thanks for asking, man, yeah.
Yeah, keep that round of applause for Carl. As I said, Carl, I would love to go on forever, but I know they are waiting for you at the photo booth. So if you have further questions, don't hesitate to visit Carl at the table.
Yes, we'll be there for at least another hour, so come by and we'll see if we can answer your questions.
So let's round up with a big round of applause for Carl Weathers.
Thank you. Fantastic to be here. Thank you.